So, pagpayin natin na hindi mag-crash ng laptop ko. Okay, so I have here this very simple scene. So, nandiyan si Bob. Meron akong very simple na set. Tingnan natin siya kung ano itsura niya kapag rendered. Ayan siya. Okay. Anong gagawin ko dito sa sa simple set na ito. So in this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use render layers. Okay? So para saan ba sa render layers? So as we all know, kapag ni-render natin ng isang what you call this, isang go or isang renderan lahat, mabigat siya. Kasi it's not only rendering the background, it's also rendering the character, it's also rendering the shadow, and basically lahat, buong picture. So, one way on how to make things faster or make rendering faster is to set up layers or the render folders. Okay, so pwedeng maglagay tayo ng separate rendering for the character only, tapos separate rendering for the background only. Are you getting the idea? So basically, hindi natin i-render to ng isang buo para mas mapagaan natin, mapabilis natin yung rendering natin. Clear tayo doon? Okay. So, ang tanong kung paano ba siya ginagawa? So, dito pumapasok yung render layers na tinatawag. So, you can easily access render layers. Okay, let me zoom in. Teka. Wait lang. Check natin ang OBS kung may magawa. Okay. So, punta lang kayo ng workspace. Hanapin nyo lang dyan yung rendering standard. Ayan siya. So, kapag nagbago kayo ng workspace into rendering standard, very useful window dito, itong render setup. Dito tayo mag-setup ngayon ng render layers natin. Okay? So, paano ba siya ginagamit? So it's actually very easy. Parang gumagawa lang tayo ng layers natin, tapos i-assign natin kung anong mga elements sa scene yung nakalagay sa layers na yon. Okay, so for example, gagawa ko ng isang layer. I'm going to call this BG for the background. Okay, so gumawa tayo ng layer, BG. Inside the BG, you need to create a collection. Okay? Yung collection, siya yung basically yung magiging, siya yung maghahawak ng elements natin. So right click, create collection. Ayan siya. So, lagyan natin, BG ulit. Tapos dito ko ngayon i-drag yung background ko. There's no need for you to drag the lights here. Kasi automatically, yung mga lights na yan, babasahin ng mga render layers na ito. Okay. So for example, I need to put this background right here. Ang gagawin nyo lang, drag and drop lang using your middle mouse button. So from your outliner, hanapin nyo yung set nyo. Middle mouse button, click and drag here. Ayan siya. So kung mapapansin nyo dito guys, meron ditong parang mata. This one, yung visibility. By default kasi, ito yung naka-visible. It's this basically the entire scene. So what I can do here, I can turn this off and turn this on. Okay? Yung katabi naman niya, kapag naka-turn on to, ang i-render yung buo. So dito, if I turn this on, ang i-render lang niya, yung BG lang niya. So check natin kung gumagana. So kung titignan nyo dito pa lang sa natin, sa viewport natin, nawala na si Bob. Right? So basically, if I try to render this out, nawala si Bob. Right? Let's do this, or let's create another collection or another render layer for the character naman. So, gawa ko ng bagong layer, let's call it character. Ayan siya. Again, after creating the layer, we need to create a collection kasi doon natin i-assign yung character natin. Let's call it Bob. Same thing, drag and drop lang. So, hanapin natin si Bob. Ito siya. Middle mouse button, place it here. Nalagay dito. Middle mouse, place. Let's check if this will work. I'm going to use yung visibility nila. Ayun siya. So don't worry about the ang tawag dito? Sky Dome. So don't worry about the Sky Dome kasi kapag ni-render yan, hindi naman siya makikita. Ayan siya. Okay? Okay, check natin. So pag ito will just be the background, and it will just be the character. There. Okay? So, para pag nag-render sequence tayo, basically, kapag naka-turn on itong button na to, gagawa siya ng sariling folder sa render folder nyo. Okay? So, it will be named BG sa character. Got the idea? Okay. So, syempre hindi ganyan kasimple yan. Kasi unang-una, si Bob nasa loob nung set. Tama ba? But if you're going to look at our render layer here, isang buo siya. Diba? Magiging problema yan kasi kailangan pa nating mag-mask in post-production. Although that's possible, it's doable, kaso it will be time-consuming. Another problem here will be the shadows. Right? So kapag tingnan natin yung buong render niya. So kapag isang buo yan, since meron niyang interaction dito sa part na to, as you can see here, this one here is quite darker. Tama ba? Kasi may shadow, may interaction. So kapag yung BG lang, yung ni-render natin, as you can see, walang shadow. Right? Again, we can do it in post, but it will be very time consuming. So what we're going to do is we are going to find a way on how to solve it using these render layers. Okay, isa-isahin natin. Unahin muna natin yung background. Okay. So first, for us to be able to render that shadow dito, itong shadow created sa interaction, ang gagawin natin, we are going to load Bob as well. Ilo-load din natin si Bob dito. I'm going to create another collection sa BG layer. Close ko muna to. So sa BG, create another collection. I'm going to call this Bob. Ilo-load ko si Bob. I-load natin. Sabihin. This one. Then put it here. There. Nandiyan pa rin si Bob. So basically, if I render it, kasama si Bob. Ayun siya. Again, hindi natin kailangan si Bob dito. Ang kailangan lang natin yung shadow na generate nila because of their interaction. So what I'm gonna do here, I can select any part of Bob from the viewport. Tapos punta lang kayo sa attribute editor nyo. In the attribute editor, all you need to do is just look for the second tab. Ito siya. Here, itong geo shape. Hanapin nyo lang dyan yung Arnold. Okay. Ang kailangan natin dito is the primary visibility. Right? Kasi I need to turn off Bob without turning off the shadow. So, gagawin ko dyan, right-click on the primary visibility. For as long as yung visibility nyo, naka-turn on is yung layer at hindi yung main scene, magkakaroon kayo dyan ng another option to create an absolute override for the visible layer. Okay? Kapag ito yung naka-turn on, hindi yun lalabas. Okay? So make sure naka-turn on ng visibility yung render layer mismo. So create tayo. Click that. Ayun siya. So nagkaroon tayo ng bagong node dito. This one. Just click on this and then i-click nyo lang yung absolute override. Dito sa baba, sa render setup, meron tayong check box to toggle visibility. Let's try it. So render ko muna. Okay, ito yung current render. If I turn off primary visibility, look what will happen. Okay, wait lang. Ulitin natin. Naiwan yung mata, di ba? Loko to ah. Ayan. So nagbabag na siya. Ano tayo ba? Lang ah. Tanggalin ko lang to saglit. A, Bob, Control A. Visibility, this one. Tapos, off. Okay. There. So minsan kailangan mo lang ulitin eh. Nagabag kasi talaga to. So it's very common in rendering. So what I want to point out here is the shadow. Diba? So na-retain natin yung shadow pero natago natin si Bob. Got idea? Okay. So tapos okay na tayo dun sa okay na tayo dun sa BG. Ngayon naman problemahin naman natin ngayon yung render ni Bob. So again, ang main problem natin dito is that sa render, hindi siya naka-clip. Hindi siya naka-mask. Right? So kailangan kong maitago yung mga part na hindi naman kailangan. Kasi nasa loob nga siya nung set na ito. So very similar lang naman yung magiging approach natin dito. So just like what we did with the BG layer, dito naman sa character layer, i-load din natin or gagawa tayo ng collection for the background. Kasi kailangan natin yung shape ng window for the matte. So right click, create collection. Let's call this BG. Tapos i-load ko lang ulit yung set natin. Ayan siya. So this time, same thing, make sure na nakatoggle yung visibility nun. Then on your attribute editor, yung second tab nun, just look for matte. Here. Itong matte na to. Siya naman ngayon yung lalagyan natin ng override. Okay? So right click, create absolute override. So dito sa sa render layers nyo, meron na yang bagong collection. Ito siya. So if I click on this entry right here, meron dyang AI matte. I-turn on lang natin siya. So look at what will happen. I-render ko muna. Yan, AI matte. Render this out. Hopefully hindi na siya magloko. Ayun siya. Very good. Okay? So anong silbi nito? Bakit natin kailangang gumawa ng mga ganitong komplikadong setup? So let me show you. So mag-render tayo ng mag-render tayo ng sequence tapos subukan natin siyang i-comp sa After Effects. Okay. So double check ulit natin. So for the background, ito yung mare-render. As you can see, I have here the shadow. Kapag sa character naman, I have here the character plus the mask. Okay? Subukan natin siya ngayong i-render. So I'm just going to set up my render settings. So by the way guys, since kailangan nating transparent background for the character. Kasi usually kapag PNG yung na-render natin, kapag Arnold nang ginagamit, hindi gumagana yung alpha channel. So hindi nagka-transparent. Pero may fix doon, instead of rendering PNG, render TIFF, TIF. Okay, TIF ang i-render natin. Okay. So again, for the image format, just change this to TIFF. Ayan siya. So wala kang checkan dito. Okay na yan. Just make sure na for this demonstration, yung start and end frame ko would be 5 lang muna. Para 5 frames lang yung i-render ko para mabilis. Tapos I will be using 540 resolution muna para hindi siya ganon kabigat. Okay, let's try to render this out. By the way, for this one, I'm going to use CPU rendering para maayos yung pagkaka-render ng alpha. Okay, render tayo.
Ano po kaso pag GPU?
Ano yan? Usually kasi ang naging problem ko doon, minsan kapag GPU yung ginagamit, hindi nagiging transparent ng background. Pero ang consistent CPU rendering, always pulido, transparent ng background yan.
So mas recommend yun po sa amin na CPU din po nung gamitin namin sa laptop.
Yes, kung mag-ano kayo, kung kailangan nyo mag-render ng transparent background, CPU rendering. Pero kung hindi naman, go ahead with GPU. Usually ang kaibahan lang nila, nagkakaroon sila ng difference in color. Minsan iba yung kulay ng GPU rendering, minsan iba yung kulay ng CPU rendering. So, i-gauge nyo, tignan nyo mabuti. Okay, renders. Sige, render sequence tayo. Di ba nag-render ako habang nag-record? Good luck.
Sir,
Yes?
question po sir, what if po sir nag-e-error kapag GPU yung gamit?
Ibig sabihin, kailangan mong i-update yung GPU driver mo. Ayan. So usually ganun din eh. Kapag ano, or pinaka-basic na fix, i-restart mo yung computer. Yun lang yan. Pero usually, sa experience ko, kailangan i-update yung driver. Hindi na siya nag-match sa current na version ng Maya.
Sir,
Yes?
lahat kuha ka ng GPU sa lab sa naka-error.
Ay, naka-error ba? So pag ganyan, mag-CPU rendering na lang. Okay. Check natin yung mga naging render ko. Ayan. So I have here the BG. So as you can see here, gumawa si Maya ng folders for each render layers. I have your BG, I have here the character. So BG. Okay natin. Ayun yung render sequence niya. Teka, patumipian nyo dito. Yan. TIFF lang yan. So, may na-render kasi ako kanina ng PNG kaya may humalo. Yan. Ayan sila. Ayan siya. So, I have there the shadow. Yun ang kailangan natin dyan. And then, for the character, ayan siya. So, transparent background, gumagalaw. Okay? So, anong silbi nito? Ba't ko siya pinapakita sa inyo? Let's try to comp this in After Effects. Marunong ka mag-After Effects? Sakto lang, saks lang. Okay. After Effects tayo. So, sa ganitong klaseng kasi guys, sa ganitong klaseng way of rendering, mas may control tayo sa each element ng scene nyo. For example, kailangan yung liwanagan or i-lighten yung color ng character nyo without affecting the background. Kasi hindi makita at that particular shot. Diba? Pwede natin gawin without doing any masking. So, may full control tayo kasi hiwa-hiwalay yung mga elements natin. Okay, so I am here na After Effects. Check ko lang kung nakikita sa After Effects. Okay. Okay, so ang gagawin ko lang dito is just to import the image sequence. So here, sa gilid yung project, right-click lang kayo dyan. Diba, ayaw, no composition tayo. 24, make sure 24 FPS. There you go. Okay, here in project, right-click lang kayo, import file. So dito sa After Effects, usually kapag na-detect niya na image sequence, yung ano nyo, yung file nyo, automatic may option dyan to render the image sequence. So for example, this one, I'm going to render at the BG. If I click this, as you can see, meron ditong sequence options. Yan. So turn on nyo lang yan para yung buong sequence yung may import natin. So this will only work if the naming is consistent. Yan. So 1, 2, 3. Na-detect niya kasi na magkakapareho. So kahit isang file na lang yung kukunin ko. Tapos turn on TIFF sequence import. So for the alpha, just choose straight. Okay, straight lang natin ang alpha. There you go. Next, I'm going to import the character. Again, here in project, right click, import file. Tapos punta naman ako dun sa character ko. Character, same idea. Click the first frame. Enable TIFF sequence import. Again, for the alpha, just choose straight para maging transparent siya. There you go. Okay siya. 1, 2. So ang common dito, ang common na mistake ay iba yung frame rate ng mga image sequence, iba yung frame rate ng composition. You have to make sure na yung frame rate ng image sequence nyo 24 din. So paano siya babaguhin? So before you import, ang gagawin nyo lang, teka, let me zoom in. Ito yung image sequence ko. Right click, hanapin nyo lang interpret footage. Okay, interpret footage, click main. Ayun no, by default kasi yung image sequence piniplay niya as 30 frames. Just set this to 24 para mag-sync dun sa current frame rate ng sequence nyo. Click OK. Ito rin, yung sa character. Interpret, tapos set this to 24. So pag okay na, drag and drop na natin. So yung background muna, lagay ko dito. I have no the background. Tapos ito naman, character. I can put it on top. There. So ano to? This one is transparent. So basically pwede ako maglagay dito ng image, let's say sky. So lalabas yan dito. Okay. So ano bang benefits ito? So katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, what if kailangan kong gumawa ng konting adjustment dun sa color ng character? I can do that kasi separate yung layer niya. Anyway, saan na ba yan? Separate yung layer ng character ko. Right? So let's say I need to do some color correction. So maglagay tayo, let's say, ng curve. So drag and drop lang doon. Ayan siya. Let's say I need to change the ano ba? Red values. There. Diba? So mas meron tayong full control dun sa composition natin. Or let's say maglagay din tayo i-comp natin. So maglalagay din ako ng let's say ang tawag dito, bloom. So lagyan natin ng konting bloom. So kung yung idea guys, yeah. Ayun siya. So hindi lang siya nakakatulong dun sa sa control ng pag-comp natin ng scene natin, but also it helps with the rendering speed. Kasi pinoportion-portion natin yung pag-render, hindi isang buong image. Okay din nun, guys? Ayan. Any questions? Okay. Actually, guys, ganun sa production. So, sa 3D production, we do not render it as a whole. Kasi unang-unang mabigat siya, and kapag as a whole natin na-render, flat image na yon. Okay, pag flat na, ang pwede lang natin gawin para paghiwalin is to mask, which is very time consuming. Right? So, as much as possible, try to create these render layers para mas maging mabilis yung proseso natin and mas maging flexible. Clear tayo? All good? Sige. I'll stop the recording now. I-upload ko sa GC natin.